Today's world is full of noise and hurry, so it can be hard to find ways to stand out and make real contacts. But what if I told you that the key to having a strong presence isn't how loud you are, but how quiet you are? Explore the secrets of a silent charm with this video. This charm will make sure that people notice and remember you, even in the quietest places. We'll talk about habits and ways of doing things that show how beautiful being yourself is, as well as unconscious communication, personal style, the right scent, proper manners, and much more. All of this is done to bring out the unique things about you in a way that is subtle, but very attractive. There are ways to make yourself more attractive without saying a word. You've come to the right place. Connect with these practices that can change your life right now and learn what they can teach you that can change how the world sees and feels your presence. Are you ready to make your appearance something that people will remember? Let's go. Accepting authenticity. At the heart of the human journey, accepting authenticity stands out as a unique journey that reveals the shape of being in its purest form. Authenticity isn't just a trait or a pretty face. It's the most honest reflection of a person's beliefs and values that can't be taken away. Being real in this situation isn't just a way to stand out because you're different. It's a brave call to go deep inside yourself and come out with your true face, shaped by your own experiences and beliefs, instead of a mask shaped by what other people think of you. The path to self-discovery and self-affirmation is not a straight line and is not always easy. In fact, it takes constant self-reflection and strong courage to stay true to one's essence, even when doubt and conformity try to throw them off track. As a result, authenticity draws like a beacon to people who see sincerity and depth, not just as desirable traits, but also as essential building blocks for deep human relationships. Because they are based on trust and respect, these connections go beyond the surface level of everyday exchanges. They create bonds that are both safe havens and places for growth and inspiration for both parties. Being genuine in how you live and connect with the world not only improves your reputation in society, but it also changes what it means to be socially influential. True influence isn't measured by numbers or short-lived fame. Instead, it's measured by how an authentic person can change the hearts and minds of those around them, inspiring others to start their own quests for authenticity. Using fashion to show yourself, clothing, this fabric of silent manifestations, opens up as a huge field of self-expression, where each piece chosen, each color worn, and each texture chosen becomes a story piece of the person who wears it. When it comes to fashion, dressing isn't just a matter of vanity or conformity. It's a way to have a personal conversation with the world and share without words what makes each person special. In this situation, fashion goes beyond its practical purpose of covering the body and becomes a personal language, a visual alphabet made up of choices and tastes that show not only who a person is, but also their life stories, beliefs, and values. So, choosing clothes isn't based on the urge to follow short-lived trends. Instead, it's based on the conscious decision to show the world who you are by using fabrics and shapes to show how complicated and rich your inner being is. Choose clothes that fit your body type and attitude. This is not only a way to feel good about yourself, but it also helps you learn more about yourself and boost your confidence. When you match your outer expression with your inner truth, you not only show the world the real you, but you also attract people and opportunities that are a good fit for you. This alignment makes a clear connection between what you are and what you show, between who you are and what you project, which improves how you see yourself and your position in the world. Fashion also gives people a way to show themselves that is open to endless experimentation and discovery. It lets each person explore different parts of themselves and play with the different identities that make them up. Each piece of clothing, every unusual mix and every splash of color or pattern not only tells a story but also encourages the viewer to delve deeper into that personal story, giving them a fuller and more detailed picture of the person behind the look. Improving nonverbal communication. In the vast world of human contact, communication goes beyond words and navigates the deep and often rough waters of what isn't said. Nonverbal communication, which includes body language, facial expressions, movements and looks, is like a silent mirror that shows not only how we feel and what we want, but also how open we are to the outside world. Without saying a word, posture, which is the foundation of nonverbal communication, says a lot. A strong, open stance not only makes us feel more confident, but it also sends a message of power and willingness to talk, which encourages others to do the same. For the same reason, facial expressions, which show instantly how we're feeling, help us understand others' thoughts and tendencies better. In a real conversation, eye contact is what holds two people together. It's a straight line to the soul that can show sincerity, interest, and respect for each other. Maintaining eye contact that is neither avoidant nor overbearing is important for making a real connection and showing that you are fully present and paying attention to the speaker. Changing and improving these nonverbal cues is an art that takes both self-awareness and a strong sense of how people interact with each other. This kind of refinement isn't about changing how other people see us. It's about making our presence in the world better and more in line with our intentions and ideals. By coordinating our body language with our inner voice, we become more genuine, which makes us seem more attractive and friendly to others. This process of improvement is not a goal, but a never-ending journey of self-discovery and change, where every move, look, and emotion is a chance to connect with others and with oneself more deeply. Improving nonverbal communication is, then, a practice in empathy and sincerity. It's a search for balance between being true to ourselves and being open and available to the world. Stand out with etiquette. In the complex theater of social interactions, good manners and etiquette play the subtle but strong parts of a well-balanced orchestra. Etiquette and good manners are not just old-fashioned rules or pointless rituals. They are the silent language of respect and care, a delicate dance that helps people get along with each other in a way that is both dignified and graceful. For the most part, following proper manners shows that you value other people. It means being aware of their feelings and being willing to change how you act to make others feel better. This attention to detail in social settings not only makes it easier for people from different backgrounds and beliefs to get along, but it also makes life kinder and more respectful for everyone. Therefore, having good manners is more than just following the rules or social norms. It shows that you are well-mannered and aware of the subtleties of getting along with others. When someone stands out for their etiquette and good manners, it's clear that they care about social order and have a deep understanding of how people interact with each other. People see them as more important because of this, and it makes them more admired and respected, which can lead to deeper and more meaningful relationships. Using good manners is more than just a way to make people like you more. It shows how beautiful your soul is. It shows that you are kind on the inside and really want to help make the world a better place where everyone feels appreciated and respected. When we use good habits and pay attention to the little things in our interactions, we stand out not just for how elegant we look, but also for how we are as people. This gives us a beauty that goes beyond looks and gets to the heart of human relationships. Going the extra mile with manners is a way to make us all think about what we can do to make society more polite and civilized. It is a personal journey to a better understanding of how important it is to respect each other and care about the needs and feelings of others. It is a path that leads to being recognized, not only for being there, but also for the quality and honesty of how we interact with the world. Let's keep being present in the fleeting scenery of our daily lives, which is full of distractions and the constant need to get things done. Being truly present stands out as a place of honesty and relationship with other people. In its best form, being present is more than just being in the same place as someone else. It means giving our full attention to the people we're with in the present moment. Giving your full attention to the present moment is a sign of appreciation. It sends a silent but powerful message that the time and experience you're sharing are important. Being present is a form of resistance, especially in a time when attention is easily split. It's a return to the basics of human interaction, where listening means more than just hearing what's said. It means understanding what's not said, sensing the emotions that run through the words, and realizing that we are all human. Active listening is more than just hearing. It's an interaction that supports the other person and makes them feel seen and heard in their entirety. This way of talking to people breaks down walls and strengthens bonds, because when someone feels truly heard, trust and openness are formed, which makes it possible for a deeper and more meaningful connection to form. Furthermore, being able to hold a talk without getting sidetracked by physical or mental distractions, like constantly wanting to use electronics or thinking too much about the past or future, shows respect and care. It shows that you value not only the words you share, but also the other person's time and presence, which is something that is much more valuable in this fast-paced world. Being present not only improves our social perception, making us more approachable and appealing to others, but it also improves our internal perception, letting us live life more fully and consciously. By practicing presence, we let in the richness and subtleties of human relationships. We can find beauty and meaning in small things that we might not notice otherwise. Sharing yourself is an art that balances on the thin line between being truly open and protecting a sacred inner space. This is because human relationships are very complicated and involve giving a lot of personal information. Hide and seek with the truth is not the point of keeping a certain amount of mystery around yourself. The point is to carefully craft your story so that self-revelation doesn't happen all at once, but rather as a calm stream that slowly reveals its depths. These careful choices about what to share protect us from being too open, but they also invite people to be curious and genuinely interested. In contrast to the idea of complete transparency, which can weaken the relationship itself, mystery encourages exploration and a desire to learn more about the other person. It means that there are layers below the surface that haven't been found yet, uncharted areas that could add new findings and revelations to the journey we're all on together. Sharing only certain parts of oneself is a natural way to build relationships, as each piece of personal history is a building block for trust. This method of slowly revealing things lets relationships grow at their own pace, building a shared interest that gets stronger over time. So, the depth of attraction isn't just based on how much information is shared, it's also based on how good the relationship is that grows as each new layer is revealed. So adding a bit of mystery isn't a way to hide or trick people. It's a way to celebrate how complicated people are, being aware that we are complex beings with a lot of different sides that can't be fully understood in a single meeting or time. This way of doing things respects each person's privacy and individuality. It also values the slow process of getting to know someone, seeing the process of mutual finding as an important part of intimacy. By keeping some things mysterious, we also urge people to keep talking and exchanging ideas, which keeps the spark of interest and curiosity alive. This subtle game of showing and hiding, of knowing and being known, makes relationships stronger by adding a level of depth and complexity that will not only keep the spark alive, but also build respect and understanding as each layer of mystery is carefully revealed. Before we move on, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It helps us a lot and costs you nothing. Never miss out on any of our videos about Stoicism and the way you can master your life. Immersion in a world of letters and knowledge, developing a literary society. The growth of a literary culture is essentially a never-ending trip through faraway places, bygone eras, and different points of view. By learning about other cultures through literature, languages, and close attention to current events, we not only gain information, but also the tools to appreciate the richness of human diversity. This literary journey is more than just learning facts or passively reading stories. It's a conversation with the world that never stops, a way to get close to the many sides of the human experience. Having a mind that is open to new ideas and wants to understand the subtleties of different languages and countries is important for developing a soul that is at ease with all of life's experiences. Being knowledgeable about many topics is not only a sign of intelligence, but also a sign of respect for how complicated the world is and how many voices there are in it. As a result, everyone understands that every country, language, and current event is an important part of building global understanding. This willingness to be open and respectful of differences not only makes our talks more interesting and full of nuance, but it also broadens our empathy by letting us see things from other people's points of view. When we use different kinds of information in our conversations, we not only keep people interested, but we also help them see things that they don't know. Every talk is a chance to share and learn something new, a place where respecting differences leads to mutual growth. The academic appeal that comes from this isn't just showing off how smart you are. It's the chance to interact with, question, and think about the world's complicated tapestry. So, building a literary culture is a way to get ready for global governance. It's a way to become more aware of things that affect more people. This process not only makes us more interesting and knowledgeable to talk to, but it also makes us more complete people who can navigate the world with a better sense of how beautiful variety and the wealth of human knowledge are. Empathy and compassion are at the heart of all human interactions. They are like lifeblood, delicate webs that hold together the essence of what it means to be truly connected with another person. To be compassionate, you need to be able to understand and feel what someone else is feeling and think about things from their point of view. This is called empathy. These traits not only bring people closer together, but they also make it safe for them to talk about their feelings without worrying about being judged. Vulnerability is not seen as a sign of weakness, but as a way to connect with others more deeply. Having empathy and compassion is a celebration of our shared humanity. It's a way of recognizing the struggles, joys, sorrows, and dreams that make up the human experience. By understanding and being there for others, we show that their feelings are real and that they don't have to go through their problems alone. The act of sharing and understanding feelings makes relationships stronger by building trust and closeness that can stand up to tough times. Empathy and kindness make it easier to build relationships that matter to you because they bring out warmth and understanding. Meaningful in this case goes beyond the surface, hitting a level of connection where support, acceptance, and growth are the most important things for both people in the relationship. People understand that deep down we all want to be understood, respected, and loved, and that empathy and compassion are the best ways to give and receive these priceless gifts. Empathy and compassion are more than just good traits to respect. They are ways of living that we should incorporate into all of our interactions, big and small. These people push us to see beyond our own wants and needs, to pay attention to both what is said and what is not said, and to act not because we have to, but because we really want to help other people. Laughter, that spark of lightness in the heavy stuff of everyday life, is an important part of making relationships between people. Humor isn't just an add-on for conversation, it's a way to bring people together and break down the walls we often put up around ourselves, whether they're made of shyness, reserve, or just being uncomfortable around other people. By using humor in our conversations, we not only make it easier for people to talk to each other, but we also add warmth and humanity to them, making a space where being honest and open can grow. Funny things are great because they can be used by anyone and can also be tailored to a specific person. There's no need to try to be the funniest person at a party in order to gain from this great social tool. Just a few well-placed comments or wise observations wrapped in humor can brighten the mood and make people feel more friendly and open. When used correctly, humor doesn't mean to make fun of or put down another person. Instead, it celebrates our shared humanity, flaws and all. Being able to laugh together and share a sincere moment of happiness is a strong sign of connection. It creates common ground and a shared memory that builds stronger and longer-lasting relationships. This way, humor isn't just a way to break the ice, it's also a way to build a friendship that people want to keep. People naturally want to be around people who can make them feel good and make their lives lighter, especially when they are stressed out and worried. But it's important to remember that funny jokes work best when they relate to the audience's feelings and situation. As well as social intelligence, you need to be able to read the situation well and know the limits of what is acceptable and what can be shared. You should also care about and respect other people's feelings. So, knowing how to use humor in a way that is appropriate and welcoming is an art that, once learned, makes social interactions a lot better. You can boost your self-esteem and strength by taking care of yourself. This is especially important in everyday life, where challenges and demands are mixed in with a lot of different tasks. By taking care of yourself, you're not just treating yourself like a treat or a luxury. You're recognizing how important it is to keep your body and mind in balance and unity. By putting self-care first, we give ourselves the tools we need to handle life's sometimes rough waters with ease and strength. Taking care of yourself includes a lot of different things, from eating well and working out regularly to finding time to be alone and think. Doing these seemingly easy things can help you feel good about your own self-worth and show that you care about your health and well-being. This determination not only leads to better health, but also to a noticeable boost in mood, energy, and liveliness, all of which are important parts of having a magnetic and attractive presence. Taking care of our bodies gives them what they need to work at their best, letting vital energy flow easily and reviving every cell and movement. In the same way, taking care of our mental health is like planting a garden inside us, where flowers of self-acceptance and happiness can grow. This balance between body and mind gives you a radiant look and an aura of well-being that draws people to you naturally, making a vibration that makes you want to connect and interact. So self-care is more than just taking care of yourself. It's a statement of purpose, a sign that you're on a journey of growth and self-improvement. It sends a clear message to the world that we value our lives and want to live the most satisfying and vibrant ones possible when we spend time and energy taking care of ourselves. More than that, taking care of yourself makes other people realize how important it is to do the same, leading to everyone's health and happiness. It's a big deal to choose self-care in a world where burnout and not taking care of yourself are common. It's a step toward a healthier and happier culture that will last. Therefore, when we fully commit to self-care, we not only benefit ourselves, but we also help to create a space where health and energy are valued and encouraged. Because of this, Taking care of yourself is a key to a fuller and more meaningful life, both for yourself and for the people you share your trip with. Take a moment to tell us what you think about our content in the comments. Tell us what we can do better and what you like most about it. I appreciate all of you who watch our show every day, and I want to make it even better for you, so I expect to hear from you. Being available sometimes is a tricky part of human relationships. Finding the right balance between being available and giving people room to be independent and respect themselves is a key skill for building healthy, worthwhile relationships. It's not a game of making things scarce. It's a real way of showing that you value your own time and energy, knowing that your presence, both physical and mental, is a valuable and limited resource. When you choose not to be available all the time, you show that you really care about yourself and your needs. You also set good boundaries that protect your health and make people value your time and presence more. This act of valuing yourself makes relationships feel more meaningful and exciting, making every moment you share with others more meaningful and rich. So, finding the right mix between being available and growing your independence is like dancing a fine line that needs to be done with awareness and purpose. It means understanding how important it is to take care of relationships with other people, while also respecting the need for private space to grow, think, and start over. This balance not only makes relationships better, but it also boosts self-esteem and independence, which are important for creating a real and captivating presence. By actively controlling your availability, you also encourage others to think about how important it is to value and respect someone else's time and energy. This creates an environment of mutual respect and reciprocity. This way of interacting with others in a thoughtful and respectful way makes relationships stronger, by making each person's company seem like a gift to be treasured, instead of an endless resource to be ignored. If you find this video interesting, click here to watch Stoic strategies for handling difficult people effectively. See you there in a second. Be stoic, stay stoic,